When considering advising, we must first ask, how do students change while in college, and how does college change students? The earliest American universities had a traditional classically based curriculum. At left, Harvard University was the first institution of higher education in America. At the right, the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill was the first higher education institution in North Carolina. Advising as a student support began to evolve. Why? The population attending college was changing with more diversity, more local access, and more university curricular options. The roots of advising have been developed through different facets of higher education. Student development theory is research that informs the practice of serving college students. The early work in student development theory can be broken down into four categories: psychosocial, identity development, cognitive structural, and moral development. Since the early work, more student development theories have emerged. There are four major themes of advising. Advising should be approached from a developmental lens. Advising works best when it fosters relationships. Advising is a teaching and learning experience. Advising is a professional practice. NACADA is the primary organization for advising professional development. NACADA is a resource for advising practitioners, including trainings, conferences, and a journal released twice a year. Over the next few slides, we will provide a brief overview of select advising approaches. As the title states, the emphasis on this approach is to focus on the student's strengths. Robert Glennon pushed the work of developmental advising further to develop proactive advising. The key focus in proactive advising is intervention. While not always recommended, it may be effective to use prescriptive advising at certain times with specific student populations. Advising as teaching is also called learner-centered advising. In addition, advising approaches continue to be developed for different student populations. There are many different advising organizational structures. Advising occurs differently at institutions across our state. Too many institutions still may be reinforcing advising as registration. Please review the resources listed and bookmark for future reference.